What? Like, I don't have anything that badass. Like, we just flung mashed potatoes up on against a wall. We learned
It's
that
pretty annoying.
we
I'd
learned
just
that
be finishing eating lunch, and I'd look at the back of my shirt, and someone's like, "There's ketchup on you." I'm like, "God damn it!"
Did you guys have like ketchup packets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever step on one of them fuckers?
Yeah, I think everybody has.
That's disgusting. Like, you want something disgusting, step on a ketchup packet. It fucking goes everywhere.
Yeah.
That's like the point of a ketchup packet.
I thought the point of a ketchup packet was to give me some fucking ketchup to eat, not to be stepped on.
There's a guy. There were these guys that I used to hang out with, and what we would do sometimes.
You want to start with the statement with they were assholes?
They were assholes, yeah. They were incredible assholes,
Okay.
but so was I.
Incredible.
What we would do sometimes was buy, like, dollar hamburgers from McDonald's or Burger King or wherever, and we would just drive by Central and throw them at people.
Really?
I remember doing that with
You
Daniel
would
one
legit
time.
throw ketchup packets at people.
No, not I said hamburgers.
Oh, you
Yeah.
throw hamburgers at people.
Yeah.
That's
The
fucking
dollar
weird.
hamburgers. How
Why?
is it weird? You just, like,
I think
unwrap
I've
them.
done that with a few people before.
Just
What the
throw
fuck
them
good
at
does
people as you
what
drive
the fuck
past
good
them.
does that do? Are they like out of the box?
Box.
Yeah, like,
dollar
don't-
hamburgers don't come in boxes.
What the fuck do they come in then?
Go to McDonald's, get some double
fucking-
cheeseburgers,
Yeah, they come in like wax paper wrapping, and you just unwrap them and throw them at people.
help their asses.
Why? What is that? What the fuck does that do?
When you're bored.
Just saying, it's like
It's like what?
what?
You just said it was. It's like, and then you just stopped.
Yeah. I thought the
It's-
call died or
I
something.
did too.
Oh, it's like a version of a food fight that I've been in.
Yeah, but that's not a fucking food fight. You're throwing a hamburger at somebody from a
Being an
car.
asshole.
What is a food fight if not throwing food?
Yeah, you need
When
more
else
than
is
one
throwing
person
food
to
at you?
throw food.
There were 3 of us.
Okay, you need more than one team throwing food. Did anybody ever throw food back at you?
One guy tried.
Did he hit anything?
No,
Exactly.
it's not my fault.
What did he throw at you?
He picked the patty back up and tried to fling
It's
it
not
at
a
the side
fucking
of the...
food fight. He's just retaliating with food. You throw it at him. A food fight insinuates that each side has ammo, not one side reuses the ammo of another.
I'm just saying, I've never been in a food fight, but that is...
Clearly, you're talking about fucking
I
throwing
remember
burgers
doing
from a
that to
car.
somebody on the side of Central.
I'm just-
Yeah, that's where I was, too.
I'm just so confused as to what the fuck that does. Like, why would you do that?
We're fun, we're bored, we're seeing...
bored, and you're like,
How
oh,
is
I
that
wanna be
fun,
an
though? You're
asshole.
just throwing a fucking burger at somebody.
Yeah.
Did-
assholes.
did
You're
it-
eating juice.
Did it, like,
It's funny.
create a stain or anything? Or was it just like, shit, somebody hit me with a big rock?
Who puts rocks in their burgers?
No, I mean, like, it'd feel like a rock. You would assume it was a rock if you got hit in the back with something.
Oh.
What? No. Have you ever gotten hit by a burger? It's like squishy.
No, I've never had a burger thrown at me.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want you to throw a burger at me.
I will throw a burger at you if you want me to. Is this something that you want to happen to you?
No, I don't have some weird food fetish where I want you to throw food at me.
I've met people with food fetishes.
You have.
Yep.
That's okay.
What would a food fetish entail?
What the hell am I? I
exactly?
don't know how to respond
It
to
would
that.
entail like fruit or whipped cream or something laid out
Really?
on top of a girl's naked, supple flesh, and you would just eat it right off. of her.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, that's not really a
Just-
food fetish. That's just liking your food
No,
presented
just
different
lick
way.
it right off of her.
That's a
Like, I
little
was
weird.
thinking more along the lines of you're about to have sex and then you get really hungry. You're like, well,
The pre-sex
I don't wanna
munchies, if you will.
Well, I mean, it gets to a certain point where, like, you can't get a hard on without some whipped cream.
exactly. It's like, oh, I'm hungry. Or
It's
you
like, just
eat
like-
food and then you get a boner. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I figured
Yeah.
that was more of a food fetish than, like, eating food
Well,
off
it probably
of people.
is. I mean, I don't know. There's like varying degrees of fetishism.
Yeah, let's not get into that. That can only end badly.
I mean, there's like that whole Starburst story.
Starburst story? What?
Yeah, the Starburst story.
What's the Starburst
I think
story?
everyone's heard the Starburst story.
I haven't.
Yeah, I think everyone's heard the Starburst story.
No, you gotta tell me it now. I haven't heard it.
Oh, you really want us to tell you the Starburst?
I'm not sure I do, but I think the listeners now, if we don't tell them, are gonna look it up, and that might be worse.
Nick, do you want to tell them the Starburst story?
Are we talking about the same Starburst story?
Yeah, where it's in the, and then he finds the, and then he gets sick. Yeah, and then he gets sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. You want to tell that one?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So
Oh,
a
God.
guy is with his girlfriend.
This is already
They're getting
starting
into
bad.
things. They're getting into things.
Into
Okay,
things. Okay.
let's do some oral type things. So as
Do
the
some
guy
things with the mouth. Okay.
is getting his lick on with his girl, he's like, you know what'd be cool is if I put a Starburst inside her, and then I tried to get it out with like my tongue or my
Who the
mouth.
fuck? Okay, now who the fuck thinks that's a good idea?
I honestly would think that's a pretty good idea.
I'd say that's the stupidest fucking idea I've heard in a while.
Well, I would do it, I mean.
You would do it?
I'm probably not alone in that either.
I think
yeah,
you are.
I mean, it's not terrible, but I
Oh
wouldn't
God,
do it either.
Nick knows.
I
That
wouldn't
wasn't
do
a. That wasn't a. It's probably Nick knows. He's done this. This is about you, Nick.
No,
Is this your story?
Well, I've done oral, but I haven't done it with Starbursts.
Good. Keep it that way.
Why should I keep it that way? I'll think
Because
it
whoa,
I've
whoa,
never
whoa,
done
whoa.
it with something inside the girl. 'cause
What
I
do
think
you mean
that's-
you've done it with different things? Does that mean you've eaten
I
dick?
mean,
Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, I possibly used some substances on top, but not
Like, you-
inside.
Like, what about sticking a tea bag inside and then just
Oh, that's
swishing around a little
gross.
bit?
Anyways,
Dude, think about if the tea bag breaks, then she's just got fucking tea leaves in her
Actually,
vagina.
the way I
for
heard it, now that I think about it, I think it was a Jolly Rancher, the one I heard.
Jolly Rancher?
Oh,
Alright,
that's
let's go with
risky
Jolly
though.
Rancher.
You shouldn't do that. That's risky.
How is that
It's
risky?
a risky. What is it? A
Because-
Jolly Rancher
no,
can
because
be
if-
sharp.
Yeah, because it's hardtack, so if it's in there and it breaks, that's internal bleeding out the ass or out the vagina, I suppose. I mean, that's what it would be because she did.
It's not gonna break.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to get it out
You're
with
not,
your
like,
fucking.
biting at her.
I mean, if you're trying to get it out with your tongue, shit could happen. I'm just saying that's a little risky.
You're not gonna break a
My tongue
Jolly
will
Rancher.
break it. My tongue.
If it's like really little at that point, maybe.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's surrounded in liquid, so it's gonna get weak and smaller.
Technically,
that's-
it's surrounded
suck.
in like viscous goo.
That's still liquidy, though. It'll still degrade it.
Have you ever sucked on a Jolly Rancher before?
No, I don't suck Jolly
Why?
Ranchers.
Why? That's
Well,
what
I
you
mean-
do. Do you
I
just
mean,
bite
like
'em?
I've eaten Jolly Ranchers, but I don't actively suck on them.
Why not? They're
Because
sucker
that's-
type candy.
I'm really
Yeah.
not a big fan of hardtack. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Anyways, so it's inside.
I'm not sure I can eat Starbursts again after hearing this story,
and
though.
guys, it's kind of dark. You can't really see. It's
Well, I
late
mean,
at night.
It's inside a
And
vagina
guys,
too.
it's
That's,
kind of feeling
there's no
around.
internal lighting for
Yeah.
that.
And he's like, "Oh, here we go." No, it's just dark in general, man. You can't see very much. And so he's like, "Oh yeah, here we go. Here it is." So then he kind of like bites down to like pull
Oh
it out.
God.
Not that hard. And then the girl's like, "Wow, huh? That felt weird." And the guy's like, "Wait, what the fuck is this?" And it turns out to be a herpes wart.
Oh.
No, I actually heard a different one.
Oh God, no! Do
Yeah.
not tell me that there's another fucking version of this.
No, the way I heard it was that he was eating a Starburst out of her, and yeah, again, it was dark, but he ate the Starburst out of her. And then he had, like, medical problems a few days later, so he goes to the hospital. And it turns out that what he ate was like a wad of crabs or something that was inside of it. A wad of, what do you call them?
I'm not sure.
Crotch crickets. A wad of crotch crickets that was inside of her. And he had some medical problems, and the starburst was still inside of her.
Oh, man.
Wow. I'm really upset. I wish I hadn't asked.
I'm not sure which one's worse.
They're
both pretty off. I'd say probably the herpes one is actually worse.
I'd say they're equally disgusting, and I can't believe that either of you shared that story.
You asked us.
You should have told me it was about fucking herpes, and then I'd be like, never mind, I don't want to know.
I asked if you were sure you wanted to hear it.
Yeah, you pulled that shit.
Sure.
Yeah, you pulled that shit. You teased, and then you were like, you sure? You sure you want to hear? I know how you do it.
No, I didn't. I knew what you were getting yourself into. I was just making sure that you were willing to go along with it.
I was, I didn't know the full details of what I was getting into.